Is anyone there? Okay, so I hope I'm live. Okay. Okay, I can see some faces. Hi Anja. Hi Bhavna. Hi Shraddha. Thank you so much guys for joining. Hi Namrata. Yes Shraddha, it's raining. It's heavily raining here. So climate is kind of cloudy and yeah. So we'll just wait for 2 or 3 minutes and then we will start on this blank canvas. Hi Sneha. Hi Kanika. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, Expressions Craft products are like amazing. Okay, so do invite your friends so that they can join us and then we will start making this canvas. And as always, I don't have any plan as of now, but let's go with the flow. That's what I'm thinking. But I have few things with me already and I have very rough idea like what I'm going to do. So yeah, I have these frames. I don't know whether I'm going to use them or not, but first thing that in mixed media, all you know that we need to build a background first. So that's what we are going to do. Hi Rani, thank you so much dear for joining. How are you doing? Okay, so can we start or shall we wait for some time? Hi Madhvi. So if just I'm saying if you are new to mixed media, then what the basic step is like whatever thing you have, like say canvas or any bottle or anything, you need to build your background first. So that's the main thing, and you need to first your prime your background. So I'll just there few things and then we will start priming it together. But few some people like they do okay okay, extremely sorry for that. Hi Isha, thank you so much dear for joining. Hi Hina. Guys, do share this video. So hi Roshni. So I'm thinking to use crackle texture paste on this. So let's see and we will also use texture paste. So let's use both texture paste and crackle paste. Okay, so first I need my stencil. Okay, so I have these two designs which I have selected as of now to use on this canvas. So let me see which one will look good, and then also do let me know guys if my video is clear and I'm audible and all those technical stuffs. I think this will look nice because it has some vertical patterns. And my focal point, okay, I have already decided that my focal point will be this African girl cutout. So according to that I'm going to arrange my embellishments and all the composition. Okay, so what you are saying, Anja? Yeah, I'm also thinking that crackle. can't predict like how crackle will come, so that's the best part. So here I'm using this Emix crackle texture paste. Okay, let me find my palette knife. Okay, so first I'll just at one side I'm thinking to add crackle paste, and then on the other side I'm thinking to add normal texture paste. Where is my texture paste? Okay, so where is my texture paste? Okay, thank you so much Namrata for confirming. Okay, so I have this so first I am using normal texture paste, and then on the other like leftover background I will be using crackle texture paste. Okay, so just take a good amount of texture paste on your palette knife and just create pattern. And I'm creating roughly, I don't want complete pattern, so that's okay. Look at this. I hope you can see. Look at this. This is beautiful stencil, guys. All stencils are amazing by Expressions Craft. So, and at this side as well I'm going to add pattern. Maybe here. Okay. So I think that is enough. Just clean out the excess. Okay. And if I miss any comment, then don't worry guys, I'll just answer all the comments once this live is done, because sometimes in live it's bit hard to answer all the reply to all the comments. So look at this, my pattern is ready. Can you see this? Okay, look at the beautiful pattern. Okay, and then here this side I'll be using this crackle texture paste. Okay, so let's take a little amount of texture paste, and here I'm not using any stencil, just roughly I am applying this. And you can also heat set this, so that's what I'm going to do once I apply this texture paste. But let me first apply it nicely. Okay, and maybe here. Okay, so I think that's enough. Okay, maybe a little bit here. Okay, you can also use this this crackle texture paste through stencil. That way also you will get very nice stencil crackle effect. But I'm not doing that, because this side I have already used stencil, and I want rough cracks on my page, on my this canvas. And okay, I think that's enough. You don't want to overdo stuff. Okay, what you are saying, Hina? We can't see clear design on white. Yeah, you can't see because My canvas is white, but once I start applying colors, then you will get all the texture and whatever design I have applied here. Look at this. I'll just give you close view. And here this is the crackle paste, and this is normal texture paste using stencil. So okay, and I'll just hit set this quickly, so just bear little bit noise. And once I start applying heat, you will see small cracks will they will just start appearing on the canvas. So I'll just give you close view so you can see. So here a little bit. So I hope you can see the cracks as it disappear a little bit. So the more you hit it the more you let it sit, it will just do its work. And it's not necessary to apply to use heat gun or any uh, hair dryer or something. You just let it dry naturally, then also you will get very nice crackle effect. Look at this. So as I have applied very thick layer, and that's why I have got big lengthy cracks here. And okay, thank you so much, Isha. Okay, and now what we will do, we'll just arrange some chippies. So for that I have this background chipboard from Expressions Craft. I have just used a little bit of this in my other project, and these are leftover, so that's what I'm going to use here. So let's first arrange it. And composition you can do like however you want. If you want in vertical, like just in between, you can do it. Or if you want to your project focal point on the side like this side, then you can just go with the corner thing. So it's all up to you, and there is no rocket science. Just trust your guts, and that's it. So maybe here I'm not adding in between, because here will be my focal point, and if I add this chipboard in between here, then it will be just waste of chipboard, because it won't it's not see-through or something. So maybe here. Okay, I think I need. Okay, let's add it in here. Okay, so maybe here, then let this be here. Yeah, I think this looks good. And to adhere it, I'm going to use Expressions Craft heavy gel medium. Okay. Okay, so this is how it looks as of now. Okay, what sorry, I just missed some comments. What you're saying, Subha Lakshmi, not visible. Oh, maybe there is a network issue, maybe your side or my side. These days network is really acting weird, so yeah. Okay, so let's adhere this. So I'm using heavy gel medium. This is the cover. I'm using dimensional heavy gel medium. It just hold your embellishments nicely. So and it dries quickly as well. So yeah, so just apply generous amount of this and adhere it. Just give it a good press. Okay, and then here okay, and I get lot of question like how to, you know, how to make composition and all, but really guys, you don't have to think much. Just, you know, it's always better to go with the flow. So just get whatever embellishments you have and start working on a canvas. Okay, just a second. Okay, just remove the excess. And Expression Craft have a wide range of these GPs, so uh, you can choose from the, you know, I'm sorry if I sound lost because I'm just trying to make it look nice. Okay, so where I was, Expression Craft have very nice range of chipboard. So you just go through their website and choose whatever you want. And thing is, you just name the theme and we have it. So that's how. Okay, so maybe here. Okay. And here, and this big one. Guys, do share this video, and you know, because these days there are a lot of lives. I know everyone is busy, and but yeah, okay, and maybe this one, this little one here, and the other one maybe where to add. Let's add it here. Okay, so this is my background. The first layer is done. Now we will move ahead on and add our another layer. So first what I'm going to do, I'll add all the embellishment and then we will prime it. So I have this beautiful chipboard. Hi Sneha, thank you so much dear for joining. Okay, so I have this chipboard. It's from Expressions Craft as well. So I'll just add it here as a focal. No, this is not my focal, but you can say base of my focal. So just a little amount of our gel medium to hold it. Okay, and let's add it here. And okay, so maybe okay, so it's all about, you know, how you layer your things. So the more you layer, the more, you know, the project will be beautiful. But it's not necessary that you have to add more. So it's all up to you. I don't like to add so much of stuffs on my, you know, project, because it just makes it look heavier, or I'm not getting that word, but anyways. So I always like to keep my project simple, and I like to, you know, whatever embellishment I am adding on my project, it should visible. Okay, so just a good press. Okay, and now for this, and I want my focal point to get raised little bit, so that's why I'm using the another cutout. But just in case if you don't have MDF cutout, you can also use cardboards. So so just don't stop yourself. So whatever you have, just use it, and make your soul happy. Okay, so now my base is ready almost, and what I'm thinking on this, I don't want this to look very plain, or uh, it's not sticked yet. Just give a good press so that your all the embellishment will just get stick onto the canvas. Okay, and I don't want my focal point to look plain. So on that, to create texture, hi Sonika, to create texture, I'm going to add this Expressions Craft ground texture paste mud brown. And I just love using this texture paste, guys. You just have one texture paste and your project will just transform into a beautiful get stuck. Oops. Okay, so just take out the ground texture paste and just apply it onto this plain wooden cutout, so that it will have a nice textury look. And when we highlight this, it will look amazing. I can just picture that that project. So just roughly add this texture paste on your focal point using brush. You can also use palette knife for this, but I'm just using my old brush because these bristles are very hard, so it will just it just picks up this granule texture paste. And okay, just quickly cover it. So all products from Expression Craft are my favorite, but these sand chalk pens are the most favorite. Okay, I'm missing few comments, I guess. Hi Darshana, thank you so much for joining. Hi Vidhi. Okay, so my this base is almost covered. Okay, so look at this, it's completely covered. So you can see the granules. Thank you so much, Shraddha. Thank you so much. So as of now it's looking like this, but once it's dried completely, it will look kind of brownish in shade. I don't want here. Okay, and I'll just let this dry a little bit, and meanwhile I'll add this texture paste here and there roughly, just to add that texture. Okay, sometimes I forget things, so just roughly here and there. And you can also use this texture this ground texture paste through stencils as well, because these are very fine granules, so it can go through the stencil design. Okay, so this is not stuck. Let me I have a little bit of this gel medium. hopefully it will stick, because the surface is little bit textury. I have applied texture what I have applied crackle texture paste. Thank you so much, Sneha. Okay, so just here and there, and maybe this side. So as you can see, okay, and just to save your time, I'm just working fast little bit, so don't mind. Okay, okay, so maybe here. So as of now you can see very boring look, but once you start applying colors and after that highlight and all, so whatever texture and whatever elements we have added on the canvas, it will just look beautifully, they just transform. So that's the best part I love about mixed media. Okay, so it's not stick properly here, that's fine. Okay, and maybe here, and I'm thinking to add on this as well, just to blend everything nicely into the background. So just a little bit, because I don't want to ruin the this intricate design going around on this gray chipboard and on this MDF piece. I don't want to ruin that, so just normal very lightly I'm applying this texture paste. Okay, so I think it's done. I think where to add, maybe here. So this texture page just enhance the beauty of plain boring background, or say any boring piece. So yeah, what you're saying, I think I have missed few comments. What you're saying, Sneha, these chipboards are amazing, just love. Oh yeah, these are just amazing. Okay, and now I'll just place this focal point over here using sorry, I have just misplaced the okay, and I'll just place this using heavy gel medium, and I'm applying generous amount because I don't want this to fall out after some time. Okay, that's it. Just add it here. Okay, just give it a good press. So okay, and now we will dry this quickly, so that we can apply the primer, I mean sorry, gesso. So just quickly I'll dry this. Oops. Okay. So I think it's not in center, maybe a little bit like this. Okay. Okay. Okay guys, okay, I forgot to tell you to share this video, because okay, I left this portion here, so let's add little bit over here as well, because everywhere, I mean, I have covered most of the surface and I don't want plain look here, so let's cover it here. And as you can see, we need a very little amount of this texture paste. So, and it has very nice fine granules in it. So which I'm using, it's a mud brown, and this is one of my favorite. And another one is my favorite as well. Ground. Wait a second. Okay, this one, black granite. It has very nice coarse, I mean the granules are little bit thick than this mud brown. Okay, and now I'm thinking to use a black gesso, and then on top of that I'm thinking to use metallic, so maybe it will give nice look. So let's try that. Okay, it's tried. Okay, where is my black gesso? So I'm a big fan of black gesso. Okay, so I might sound weird, because yeah, all the products from Expression Craft are my favorite. And it's really hard if anyone give me choice, like just pick the favorite one. It's really hard for me. So maybe I'll pick everything. Okay, so let's, I have used I'm using big brush, and I'll just dilute a little bit so that it will go through all the texture. Just a little bit. And you can do one thing, like the way you are adding layers by layers, you can add this gesso as well, but I like to add all the layers first, and then I just cover entire canvas, because that way I feel it's easier. And just use hard bristle brush, so that you can just wiggle these brush bristles little bit, and it will go all the elements and whatever texture we have. Okay, also if you have any question, do ask me, because I would love to answer them. And as you can see, I'm taking little bit of water and then applying this gesso, because the gesso is very pigmented, and if you dilute it little bit with water, it won't it will stay as it is. So pigment will stay as it is. Little bit here. Okay, and when you're using when you're working on stretch canvas, don't forget the sides, because mostly we forget the sides, and you know, at least that happens with me. I work only on this thing, and then once I finish the project, then I realize, oh my god, I haven't covered my sides. So again again going back and again doing same work. So it's always better when you're working on same color, or when you're like, say here I'm using black gesso, then with this same thing, just cover your okay, I forgot, just cover your sides. Yeah. Okay, and here again. Okay, you all are very silent, guys. Why? What happened? Okay. And I think my canvas is covered completely. And these small spaces you can cover with, you know, a small round brush, because these brush bristles are not going inside this, so you can cover it using small round brush. And let's go to these sides. And this side. Oops. Okay, so it's covered almost. And see, we in just half an hour, I guess, we have made composition, and we have primed the surface, and it's a big canvas. It's not like it's a small canvas, it's a big canvas. Okay, I need to use my small brush. Okay, just a second. Okay. And I'm using round brush so that it will be easier to, you know, move it. Okay, so I think it's covered, and if little bit is visible, that doesn't make any difference. Okay. And you can also use chalk pens if you want, you know. So if you're using chalk pen to cover your project, then just you can skip this gesso part, because chalk pen also work as a primer, so you don't have to work twice. You just use, oh god, okay, you just use chalk pens directly to prime your surface. Okay, so that's done, and now I'll just dry it little bit. So just be a little bit of noise. Okay. So it's all starts from, you know, background. Like if you want to start mixed media, so just remember first you have to build your background. So you can use for that you can use texture paste or stencil, or you know, just a layer of ground texture paste or just layer of crackle texture paste, and that way your background is ready. And next okay, and next start adding your embellishments layer by layer. So and yeah, after that your color and your project is done. Don't forget the sides in here as well. Okay, so it's dried completely. So I'll just give you quick close up. So look at this. So here the gesso I haven't covered, I haven't covered it properly, but that's fine with me. So it's little bit wet here. Okay, so look at this, look at the texture, guys. So now we will cover it. Oh my god, look at my hands. Okay, now we will highlight it little bit with metallics, and for that I'm thinking to use Expressions Craft new product, that all you know, these iridescent metallics. I just love using these paints, guys. So it has red, and if you don't know what are these are the, you know, these are metallic. So basically on white it will look red, but on black surface it will turn into gold. So it's a two-tone metallics. Okay, so which one to use? Let me think first. Okay, this one is red and gold. This one is brown and green. Okay, brown. See, it's looking like a whitish creamy shade, but when you add it on this black surface, it will turn into the green. I'll just show you in a second. Just give me a little bit time to select the colors because I am completely confused which color to choose. Let's go with the multicolor maybe. So this one is also black and gold, so same like this, red and gold. So like this one is black and gold, and I have used this color a lot, I guess. Look at this, I'm almost done with this. So for this one I'll use for highlighting. Okay, so as of now I'll just go with the green and violet. It might look good, green and violet. And this one is, I don't want pink. And then okay, rose and blue. So this will turn into the blue. Okay, so let's go with these shades first, and we will see how it will turn out. Okay, for that again I'm taking a flat brush to apply the color, and dry brush. Okay, this one is greenish and this one is violet and blue. Okay, violet, green and blue. Sorry, I forgot. Okay, so let's go with some violet first. So it looks like yellow, but when I apply it on this black surface, it will turn into the violet. So it's just like, you know, magic. So look at this. I hope you can see it. Look at this. It's looking violet. So I'll just, okay. And I'm taking very little bit of paint because I don't want too much of paint on my brush. So I'm taking very like say you can see very light tint of the paint. Okay, so very light tint. Okay, and then let's move to green, I guess. Yeah, it's a green, and using same brush I am applying paint so that we will have nice blended look. And look at this greenish shade, isn't it amazing? And when you apply paint using dry brush, the all these elements, they just start appearing. So can you see the pattern? Okay, a little bit of more, and very light pressure I am doing it, if you notice. Okay, let's add this side as well. Oops. Okay. And just like round strokes I am applying this. Look at this. And again I'll go back to my violet. And try to work with similar both the shade at the same time, so that way you will get a blended look. So look at the difference, guys. So here I haven't applied any metallic, and here look, all the elements, they just popped out from the background. Let's go with the other side as well. And if you want a darkish shade, then you can take a little bit of more paint and then cover it completely. But I am just highlighting it because I want my how to describe, I don't want my project to it's too much sparkly or something. So I'm just trying to, okay, let me make some, I'm just trying to apply very little amount of paint. Okay, what? Okay, I miss again. The chippies are very beautiful, and yes, Sushma, I absolutely agree with you. Okay. And let's cover this side as well, and our canvas will be kind of done. Okay, so here I need a little bit of more violet shade. Okay, and now I am thinking for this focal. Oops, I don't want that. Okay. Okay, and which color this was? This is blue. Okay, I don't want blue as of now. Okay, so I'm thinking for this focal to use violet only. Let's see, I'm applying this violet, and if it doesn't look nice, then we will just cover it with another shade of metallic. Okay, let's go back to this green and just highlight it using this shade. Okay, so I think it's looking a little bit of blackish. I'll just cover my sides as well. Okay. And this side. So it's almost done. Okay, now I'm thinking to add little bit of more highlight of this gold one, because that will just bring out all the texture. So for that I am using another brush. So this is, which one is this? This is black and gold, and same iridescent metallic range. So just take little bit of paint and start adding it. Hopefully it's okay. Okay, it's not looking good. Okay, let's go back to the metallic. So it just like this, just experiment with the colors whichever you have, and that way you will also get an idea like which combination of colors looks good together. Okay, so this is good, this is good. So look how nicely, okay, focus camera, okay, look at this. So likewise I'll just add highlights here and there, not much. Just here and there. Thank you so much, Sushma. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Okay, so I think we should stop here. Okay, this side, and then we will stop here. And can we add white metallic? Just let me know. Oh god, I miss lots of comments. Okay, thank you so much, Shraddha. Thanks a lot. Okay, so can we add little bit of white metallic? Do let me know. Will it look nice on this? Or shall we stop here? Yeah, that's true, Jinal. We learn by experimenting. So, yeah. I think, okay, maybe little bit of here. Okay guys, do let me know, can we add white metallic, or let it be just like it, or will it look nice, or it will just ruin the thing. Okay, so I think enough of gold highlights. Yeah, Jinal, I'm thinking to give it a try, but I really don't want to ruin this. But yeah, let's see. Let's give it a try a little bit. Maybe it might look nice. So I'm using metallic paint, and again I need my another brush. Okay, another clean brush, and let's take out little bit of white, and where to start? Okay, let's start from here. I think it's not visible, but what you guys say? Is it visible, or okay, I think it's visible. Maybe here. I think I need big brush. Okay. Okay, it's looking good, I guess. Okay, I'll just bring this project close to the camera so that way you might see, because here I can see the white effect. Oh, look at this. It's little bit like, if you tilt the project, then you can see, or okay, I think I will not add more of white. Let it be just like that. Okay, so I think I can call it as a finished piece. Okay. Oh, okay, I forgot to add sentiment. I have these two sentiments with me. Let's see which one will look nice, hope or peace. Do let me know guys, which sentiment is going perfect on this canvas, peace or hope. Okay, what you're saying, Rani? Everything looks same. No, actually in camera you might see everything same, but here in my hand it's not looking same. So maybe because of lighting and all. So I'll just tilt my project little bit so that way you might see. Look at it, it's not same. You can see all these shades here, but because of this there is no natural light in my room, so maybe because of that. Okay, what you guys are saying? Looks great, both. Peace. Okay, someone is saying peace, someone is saying hope. So maybe peace. Okay, so I think peace. Let's color this. Okay, I forgot to color this. Let's color this first. Yeah, after this live finishes, then I will just share the pics so that you will get an idea how this project turn out to be. Because uh, in my hand it's looking, you know, all the shades are visible correctly, but maybe because of this lighting we can't see. Okay. Okay, now I'm completely confused. Someone is saying hope, someone is saying okay, so I think a lot of people is saying hope, so let's go with the hope. And now I have to color this again. Okay. Okay. And I'll just tilt this project so that you will get to see how this project is looking. And with this sorry, on this I'm applying, which color is this, gold one, so that way it will just, the sentiment will just pop out. Yeah, this one, these frames are my favorite, literally. So first I thought, you know, I'll use this frame, but this frame was not doing justice on this project, so I'll just maybe in my next project I will use that. Okay, sorry. Okay, let me have little bit of water, guys, because okay. So look at the shine. Hi Monica, thank you so much for joining. We are almost done actually, but you can watch this. Okay, I think hope is not visible. I think we should have embossed this, that way it might look nice. Or what to do, make it look visible. Okay. Okay, yeah, this color is visible. Okay, this is visible. Just a second, look at this. Now we will just adhere this onto the canvas, and then I'll just share the, you know, complete view of this project. If you're trying this kind of a project, you can also use deco stones, but deco stones take a lot of time to, you know, dry, and that's why I haven't used it. But they are perfect to, you know, fill the empty space. So yeah, look at this. Okay, so this is the complete view of this canvas. And in frame, in this, this frame is quite small, so I'm not able to show you the complete canvas, but I will share the picture in 10 or 15 minutes, so stay tuned for that. And I guess we can just finish this session off today. And I hope you guys I hope you guys like this mini session of this, canvas and all the new products and everything. So any questions? I'll just wait for 2 minutes because I have missed so many of comments, but I'll just reply you guys in in some time, so don't worry about that. If there is any question I missed, then I'll just answer you guys. Thank you so much, Shraddha. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks a lot, Isha. Thank you, Priyanka. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here with me and cheering me up. What I have said, cheering me up. Okay, then I'll just finish this. Okay. Thanks a lot, Rani. What is the size of canvas? It's 8 by 10, I guess. Just a second, just check. It's a 10. Yeah, it's a 8 by 10 size rectangle piece. Okay, son. Okay, then I'll be back then. Till then, bye bye. Take care and happy creating. Bye. Okay, where to stop this? Okay, my stop button is not working. Just a minute. Thank you, Sushma.